Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Techcircle Gadget Show. Now, as you remember, last time around we reviewed the BlackBerry Z10, and this time I bring to you the Nokia Lumia 920. Now, this phone sports a 4.5-inch touchscreen display and runs on the Windows 8 operating system. Before taking any more time, let's dive into the review.
Now, as you know, the phone has a 4.5-inch touchscreen display with a resolution of 768 into 1280 pixels. At the sides, you can find the volume rocker buttons, the switch on and off button, and the camera button. On the bottom, you have the charging point and the speakers, and at the top you have the SIM card location where you put in the micro SIM and the headphone jack. There are 3 on-screen buttons that includes a back button, a search button and a home button. You can open the screen by simply swiping it up. Now, all of you who are familiar with the Windows 8 interface would know that it comes with live tiles, which basically means that whatever apps you want on the screen, you can place them directly on it. The tiles are of different sizes and shapes. This is simple to do. All you have to do is click on a tile and keep it pressed, and it comes in the forefront. You can now decide on its size. You can either choose to make it smaller, make it very big, or keep it at the same size as it was. Once you've selected a size, you just have to tap on it again and it is fixed at whichever size you decide. The touchscreen is very smooth and it is pretty easy to go from one app to the other with a swipe of a finger. The search button takes you to a search screen which is by default powered by Bing, Microsoft's own web search engine. On the camera front, the device has an 8.7 megapixel autofocus rear camera with Carl Zeiss lens and PureView technology with dual LED flash that can record full high definition videos at 30 frames per second, and a 1.2 megapixel front facing camera that can also record HD videos. To compare the camera quality of the smartphone, here are a few pictures in both daylight as well as low light conditions. Some of the additional camera features of the Lumia 920 include auto and manual white balance, still image editor, backside illuminated image sensor, and a number of scene modes. On the connectivity front, the device comes with Bluetooth 3.1. It has Wi-Fi with Wi-Fi Direct, 3G and 4G depending on the market, and it also has a micro USB port that also acts as the charging point for the device. The device measures 130.3 mm into 70.8 mm into 10.7 mm and weighs 185 grams, which basically makes it quite heavy in comparison to the iPhone 5 or the BlackBerry Z10. The phone is looking decent in my hands, but to give you a better idea of its size, let me compare it with an iPhone 4S that measures 115.2 mm in comparison to Lumia's 130.3 mm height. Let's now check the browser of the device. We will start by opening a simple site on it. Let us open Google, which is pretty standard and always opens up pretty fast. Now that we are on Google, let's try and find the official Techcircle website and open it. We will open the site just to show you how it looks on the smartphone. As you can see, the site is looking pretty nice, but since the smartphone does not support flash, the videos are not playing. Let us try and zoom into the page. As you can see, unlike the BlackBerry Z10 that had a little bit of lag, there is no lag in the Lumia 920. The moment you zoom in or out, it shows the text without any lag, which is a good thing while reading a particular article on the site. We will also click on an article just to see how it looks. And one thing that we felt was that the letters are very crisp on Lumia's 920 screen, and hence reading ebooks, a particular article or simple browsing will be a pleasurable experience. Let's now give the keyboard of the device a try. For the same, let's go to the messages and select to type a new message. We will just rotate it for a better view. Now if you type a message, you will see that the typing is very smooth. We found it to be actually smoother than the iPhone 5. Also, as you type, the keyboard guesses the words, which is pretty standard for new devices these days, and you can select the words to make the typing experience more convenient. Something that we found interesting is that we did not make that many mistakes with this keyboard since it was pretty accurate. The call quality of the device is pretty good and the sound comes clear whether on speakerphone or not. Let us also give you an idea of how videos are displayed on the device. We will go in the camera roll, and considering we have so many videos, we will randomly select one of them. It takes a little while to load. Yeah, it is on now. The video is clear, but if you try and go forward to a particular time in the video, you will notice that there is a certain bit of lag. It's not that smooth, and you will have to actually wait a little while for the video to adjust to where it is, and then it plays. If you remember our previous review, you will realize that the process is not as smooth as it was on the BlackBerry Z10. Let us also give you a brief look at how fast the apps open and work in the device. Let us open a game and show you the gaming experience of the smartphone. We will open the very popular Angry Birds game from the Finnish video developer Rovio. We'll just select any level to play it, and as you can see, the quality of the game is pretty decent, and since we are already here, why not play a little? All in all, while the Tiles user interface is an interesting way to display the apps, it can get cluttered after a while once you've loaded a number of apps on the screen. Now if you want to find a particular app, you will either have to remember its positioning or you can end up looking for it every time. If you click on this arrow, you'll be taken to a list of the apps that are displayed in an alphabetical order. You can select on any letter of the alphabet, and according to your selection, you'll be taken to the apps starting with that letter. This is basically similar to how contacts list works in a number of smartphones. Once I select a particular app, and if I want to place it outside on the tiles, I can simply click on it and a pin to start option is displayed. Once you select that, the app comes on the home screen, and once here, you can select the size of the app. So it's a nice way to view apps, but like we said, it can get cluttered after a while.
Now that we're done with the review, it's time for the final verdict. Now this phone has a pretty decent touchscreen display, and the camera quality is also very nice, especially in low light conditions. The build quality is pretty sturdy, and at 34,000, I think this phone is definitely worth a buy. So whether I'm going to stash it or trash it, I'm definitely going to stash it. So here it goes in my pocket, and that's all for today's episode of the Techcircle Gadget Show.